dog is crushing the top dog.
It's just amazing what these guys can pull off.
He's going for Avro. Clean out from Red Tank.
So and she takes him out.
What a game! What a game! My God! They're attacking every single vehicle of Dislike is moving up. They're assaulting them.
Welcome back to Thunder League.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the playoffs. Today we have two very important matches because they're going to be eliminations. Two of our four teams will be leaving tonight, but for my commentating help, I brought along my trusty German assistant, Mike Goes Boomer. Can you inform the team what happened yesterday, how the teams were doing?
Mate, you make it sound like I'm a minion. Anyways, yesterday we had some exciting matches. The first match was between Dislike and GOF. Dislike had absolutely no problem taking out GOF out. It was a 3-0 steamroll of a win, just absolute show. And remember, GOF was the team that beat Fink Squadron. Fink is in the losers bracket because of GOF, and well, ironically, they are now in the loser bracket as well, but hey, that's how the playoffs go. After that, we had Dynamite versus Arcade in a heartbreak of a battle. We went all 5 rounds, we went to Berlin, and Dynamite almost beat Arcade. They so closely beat Arcade with a genius example of tactics. But sadly, they didn't have enough players, and they lost, I think, with a minute left in the clock.
Yeah, it was a close call.
To win there. That was bad. But yeah, what do we have today, Tim?
Well, they're going to be watching first Dynamite face up against Think, both extremely powerful squadrons. We're going to be having a difficult fight here. Dynamite yesterday proved that they're still a formidable opponent against Arcade. Think has been fixing their mistakes from that match with the GOF. And for the second match, we're going to be having GOF versus Verve, which is going to decide whoever's going to play in the next 2 matches. So Think will be going up against either Verve or GOF if they win, and the same goes for Dynamite.
And remember, these are very important matches because these are 4 very, very strong teams, and 2 of them will be eliminated and kicked off of the Thunder League playoffs. So all of the teams are pretty nervous, especially Think. They don't want to lose out right now. They want to get a revenge against GOF at least.
Yep, or at least against Verve, for defeating them in the Thunder Cup finals.
True. Think managed to, well, only, in parentheses, get to second place in Thunder Cup. Verve took that win with, well, I gotta say, Verve was a absolute marvel of a team during the Thunder Cup, but not doing so well during the Thunder League. I would have expected more from them, especially in the group stages. They actually lost quite a bit of matches, and even against who did they lose to? They lost against I don't even know who they lost against. But yeah, they lost and they are now in the losers bracket. So Verve not doing too well, I gotta say. But we'll have to see how it goes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to win some stuff during these streams, You can. All you have to do is go to Warthunder.pro, log in with your game account, and go to the streams tab. You only have to keep the stream tab open. You don't have to have the stream itself running. You can pause it, you can go back to Twitch, you can pop out the Twitch chat and go to the streams tab, whatever floats your boat. But if you do that, occasionally Mr. Zerberklaus is going to give away some rounds of trophies, which will open in your game, and you might win one of the following items. Now, if you don't have a dog tag, you can win Silver Line boosters, research points, premium account days, Golden Eagles, the M24 Chaffee, and TP51A Mustang premium aircraft. Now, if you do have a dog tag, on top of winning all of the above, you can also win the RBT5 and some team logo decals. Now, personally, I would really like to get some Dynamite decals. I was going with the crab decal, but having like a stick of Dynamite on, I don't know, for example, the places where your Amarocks are, would be quite interesting, don't you think? Don't you think, Tim?
A bit ironic, to be honest.
Anyways, let's see. We are waiting for these matches to start. It seems like the first match is going to be on Poland. Interesting choice. Now, Dynamite being a Polish team, Poland is pretty much their home turf. They know how to play that map. It's not going to be easy for Fink to dislodge them from the city. But then again, Fink is a very strong team indeed. I gotta say, Fink is one of the teams that adapts very well to changing situations. They're very tactical. They know how to play. You can see that they put a lot of work into preparing for the Thunder League. Dynamite is also a very good team, but personally, I think they are then quite as adaptable as Fink are. They're very good on Poland, but they struggle on other maps.
I mean, I'm interested to see what Fink's going to do, because in the beginning of the group stage, they were constantly rolling out Poland as their favorite preferable match, and then it kind of slowly changed, and they began rolling out with Jungle. And wouldn't be surprised to see Jungle to be the next picked. So it'll be interesting. Can they still play on Poland? Is it still their semi second to the best map, or are they going to struggle? Because Dynamite yesterday did in fact lose to Arcade to a complete steamroll.
Indeed. Now, but not a complete steamroll. Let's be honest here. Dynamite fought very well. They were this close. You can't really see it right now, but I'm like clenching my fingers. They were this close to actually winning against Arcade. They went to the 5th round. They had a perfect counter tactic. Like usually, the thing about Arcade is they always go with aircraft. They never go for caps. They always go with the aircraft and try to eliminate the enemy team. And Dynamite fell twice for that. They took out their own aircraft, but just died because Arcade have Red Dragon War, and Red Dragon War is one of the best pilots I've seen in Thunder League, and that guy just took them out one by one. But in the last round, they took no aircraft and completely, essentially disabled half of the team of Arcade because they didn't even take out rockets. It was beautiful to watch, but sadly it did not work out. Now, in the match, we see classical tactics here. Dynamite taking out one LA7 with bombs, one B49G6 with gun pods, and one B49G6 with rockets. They also take out 3 T-44s and a Tiger E. On the Fink side, we see also an LA7, pretty much the same loadout in terms of aircraft. Really, the only change in loadout is instead of a Tiger E, they are taking out a T-44. Now, interesting thing here, Dynamite is going for the B flag, and Fink didn't even bother.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice there. I mean, we've seen that the change. Is this something that they've done before? I'm not sure, because we always talked about how Bravo and Charlie are the ones to go for, and recently chances are that tactics have changed and they're going for Alpha and Charlie instead of going over the river or the lake.
This might be an interesting take, but at the same time, if you let the enemy take the B flag and then take the A flag as well, you're going to have one hell of a time of taking it back. Remember, on Poland, the B flag is one of the most important ones, especially if you spawn on the side that Fink spawned in, just because you get the perfect view overviewing the enemy spawn. You can snipe right into the enemy spawn without any trouble, and especially if you got something like an M4A3 or a Tiger or even a Panzer 470 over there, it is very beneficial. But Fink is not going with that thinking. They're going for the straight city domination here. Now, on the A flag, we see Dirt Trouble into Wojcicka von Frink's squadron facing off against Camel SQ. Camel SQ in a very good position. He is being backed up by his teammates on the B flag. So the guys from Frink can't really advance right now. They will have to wait for their aircraft to do something. But sadly, they do not have any aircraft capable of taking out tanks anymore. Chippy in the LA7 is the only one still left in the air, but he doesn't even have bombs anymore. So they can't count on aircraft. They'll have to take out Camel SQ if they want to take this cap.
Yeah, I mean, Chip is now trying to deal with Devil. That's about 1.5 kilometers above him, and meanwhile Tanarovsky's going back to base, landing and most likely taking out rockets or respawning in a tank.
Now remember, aircraft are very important in these kinds of plays. Of course, you can't really win by having a full team of aircraft. I think Dislike displayed that perfectly in one of the matches where they took out a full team of BF-196s. It was beautiful to watch, but it did not win that round because, well, aircraft can't really capture points, and sure, you can use the arcade tactics and try to eliminate the entire enemy team before it even matters if you have points or not, but that's quite a bit unreliable, especially because it is kind of hard to take out stuff with bombs and rockets. Sure, you can try and suicide into a tank with those rockets and take them out in one shot, but it's not guaranteed. Especially since the rockets are mounted kind of far apart under the wings, it is very possible for your rockets to go to either side of the tank without hitting it directly.
Uboita here is in huge trouble. His right track being destroyed by Razor across the lake, and now his engine's being shot from behind by Camel. One more time he sets him afire, and he's out.
Yeah, the thing is, they do get 2 fire extinguishers, but get set afire the 3rd time and you are pretty much just waiting to die. Those engine fires do not go out by themselves. Uboita in a kind of a tough spot, he can't really do much. Now, thankfully his tank is already all black, so it won't really make much of a difference, but at the same time, it's not looking good for Fink at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, here comes Best Panic, he's trying to help him out, but he's got to be careful about Peekaboo, and this is where, you know, Bravo would come in extremely important. You need that spot over there to cover your teammates.
Indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, we have some names scrolling through. Those are the names of the winners of the first round of giveaways. Congratulations to each of these players, and do check your in-game account for a trophy. Now, if you yourself want your name to be displayed on the bottom of the screen and you yourself want to win some trophies, all you have to do is go to Warthunder.pro, go to the Streams tab and be logged in. You can pause the stream, you can do whatever you want, just be logged in and keep the tab open. Now, what's going on the ground, Tim?
I mean, Think's now captured a point, they've got the ticket lead engaged, and plenty of time left. The problem is that Think is already out 2 players, and the domino effect is going to start soon.
Indeed, the also famous domino effect. The more tanks you lose, the more tanks you are going to lose. The thing about the Thunder League is, especially in these esports events, you can be the best player in the world. By yourself, you're not going to win. You have to have your team to support you, because it's kind of the thing with tanks. You can only point your barrel and your strongest point of armor to one way. If you get attacked from two sides at the same time, you are going to be in trouble and you're not going to survive that. And if you don't have teammates to back you up, you can guarantee that the enemy team is just going to Zerg rush you.
Yep, now Tanarovsky just got taken out by Chops in the Ostwind, and Tanarovsky, we talked about this yesterday, he's actually the person on Dynamite's team who made the playoffs and the group stage intro. And damn, he made it in 2 days. He had 2 days to produce that video, and it's phenomenal.
Indeed, that guy's actually a very, very skilled video maker.
And a fast one at that.
And a fast one at that. Like, people don't really realize, but doing videos and stuff like that, montages and edits, it does take a lot of time. It might be like 20 seconds of video on your side, but it might take days of work to get it done.
Just getting the replays right can take up a couple of hours easily.
Oh, especially if you can't rewind to replay system. That's really annoying.
Badumts.
Badumts. But anyways, less complaining about the replay system and more concentrating on the game. Think is doing quite strong now. They are initiating ticket lead and they have more points than DYNAMIGHT. Now, we are halfway into the game, so they should still have time to win by points here. But they have to stay alive, because remember, Think is already down 2 players. Now, DYNAMIGHT is also down 1 player, so it's kind of even just yet. It's 6 versus 5. That's not too big of a difference. But at the same time, Think cannot afford to lose anymore, and DYNAMIGHT's coming with a full force of freshly spawned players from their spawn.
Yeah, I mean, the leading advantage right now is using those houses as a protection. As long as they, force DYNAMIGHT, not going into the city, they might still have a chance of defending them. If they do, in fact, penetrate their front lines, they're going to have to go, back behind and join back together, because Chippy and Cleric are miles apart from each other.
Indeed, now, the situation's looking good. Interestingly, I think went with a Ostwind, but sadly DYNAMIGHT did not take out any aircraft. I think that they were trying to, predict that DYNAMIGHT will take out some aircraft to dislodge and try to eliminate Think Squadron right now, because they are in the number disadvantage. But Dynamite did not take out any aircraft, and they go with a full tank force. And also, Ostwind is quite good. It can't really do much against tanks, unless it's a T-3485. The Ostwind is a bane of the T-3485. We've seen this numerous times before.
Yep.
I love Ostwinds, man.
Easily goes to that armor plate in the big guy in the front. Oh, Cleric here engaging behind the house with Janorovsky, but Kamel is flanking around. He's going to have to be careful.
Trotsky did take some damage. Two of his teammates, of his crew members are down, but Cleric is about to be flanked by Camel's Q. Oh, Cleric takes out Janorovsky. Camel's Q comes from the side, takes out his cannon breach, his gun barrel. No,
here comes the Ostwind.
And the Ostwind trying to save him. Oh, yes!
Yeah, I don't think he's going to work there.
Cleric bounces a shot there, he's still alive. Camel's Q cannot have his back towards the Ostwind either. Camel's Q is now turning away to try to get in cover from the Ostwind. But in the meantime,
right track damage.
Now.
He's still out
Camel's
in the
tracks
open.
are down. He's not in a good position here, but he takes out Cleric. Good shot, good shot. Chippy engaging against Devil.
He needs some help from behind there, and most importantly is they can't get Kamel to drive into Charlie.
That's the thing, that he cannot afford to lose those points. Now Camel's Q is still repairing tracks. He just got his tracks back up.
Oh, Chippy took some heavy hits there. Looks like we're encountering some technical problems there. Kamel is now rushing into Charlie. We've got Chippy still facing off against Devil. Side swiping here, he doesn't want to take a hit. Oh, he's being flanked by Best Panic and shot into the back of the turret. Instantly kills
I'm
two.
here to replace the stricken comrade. No problemo. Okay, guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna flip back mic here a little bit. He's having some bit of a microphone problem. So what's up? All right, what's going on here? I just joined in. Tell me, Tim.
Dynamite is basically now trying to make an offensive, but they've lost all. Oh, never mind. Devil just spawn shot Chippy from across the map, but Uboita finishes off Peekaboo. That means there's no Tigers, no vehicles left on Bravo. Charlie's been decamped, but Kamel is now stuck in the city, fighting off against Best Panic in the T-44.
Alright, now I should be back, hopefully. Sorry about that. My microphone decided to say goodbye, but I am hopefully back now. Can you hear me fine?
Yep, it's all right.
Alright, so about that, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, what's the situation on the ground, Tim? What do we miss?
Well, Kamel just ran into Charlie. We've seen Chippy take out Bespanicky, and Bespanicky take out. I believe it was Devil that was facing off against Chippy, and then Chippy got taken out by Peekaboo. So now we got Kamel still in the center of the city. Peekaboo is now respawned in the Panzer 470 as well as Razor, and Devil in the T-3485 are now all rushing into the center of the town to help their team out.
Camel's Q is in a bad position here. He is trying to go back for the C flag, but, well, he can make it in the C flag, and he's only facing off against the Ostwind. But again, oh, takes out the Ostwind, never mind. I was just about to say that the Ostwind could easily take him out, but Camel's Q prevailed. But he still has to face off against Cleric next, and Dynamite is running out of players here as well. Now, Fink Squadron is down 4 players, and Dynamite is down 3. So at the moment, Dynamite do have the numbers advantage, but the most force of Dynamite is just about to come in from the base.
Yeah, Bespanicky has to move here. Devil, takes him out flat into the turret there.
Not good, not good. Now, Best Panic can still spawn in one more time, but Fink is running out of options here now. The thing is though, Dynamite can also not afford to lose anymore. If each of these players dies once more, they are out of the game. And especially Peekaboo in the Panzer 470 is not exactly the best type of tank to fight in the city.
Yep, that tank is going to have a problem with no turret.
What Fink really needs to do is get their tanks together. Dynamite are playing it very well there. They know that they don't have the numbers, so they're trying to get their tanks together to create flanking lines. Fink is all spread apart. Ubojika is in the A flag, Cleric is in near the C flag, and Best Paniki just spawned in and is going for the B flag. They are miles away from each other, unable to support each other.
That might prove a problem.
Dynamite can just go with 2-to-1 engagements here all day long.
Yep, Cleric's getting flanked by Devil. Shot in the side.
Cleric takes a shot in the side, is on fire. Devil taking apart. Camel's Key coming from the front and takes him down. That's one less player for Fink. Fink Squad now down to Best Paniki and Ubozika.
Waker is out, shot by the Panzer 470 in Alpha.
He can still spawn in once more, but is it enough though? It's now 2 versus 4. I don't like these odds, Orange. I do not like these odds.
Well, the one odd that might play into Think's favor is the time. We're down to 1 minute and 35 seconds. If Best Panic, he can... Oh, nope, he's just been set afire.
If they can
Not
stay
looking
alive,
good.
that might work, but the problem is Dynamite is going with the triple cap. Best Panic
Yep.
has to make it to the B cap and try to decap it. If he wants to do something here, but he is immobilized right now.
I don't know how Think's going to counter this because it's not looking good. And it's solely the fact they're running out of players.
There's 1 minute left on the clock. Fink has to get a capture zone. They have to get one single capture zone and they can still win this by points. But the points are running out fast. Best Panic just got taken out and now Ubojika is the only one left and he's getting shot from behind by Camel's Q. Actually not from behind, but from the front. But yeah, you get the point. Ubojika in trouble here.
Hey, there's a little ridgeline in between them. He can't get the shots in.
30 seconds remaining on the clock. The tickets are running out.
It's going to be close.
Fink still is at advantage by roughly 3,000 points. Ubojika has to stay alive. He just has to stay alive. Just stay alive 10 more seconds and you win this game, mate. Come on.
Takes a shot there. Slight damage just came away. Q's cannon breach, but I don't think it's enough.
Ah, come on. 5 seconds left. 5 seconds left. The tickets are running out. 4,600 tickets to 7,000. This is so close, man. This
It's
is
going to be clutch. It's going to be clutch. Ubojika can't die here.
Ladies and gentlemen, go and support your teammates right here. Are you a fan of Dynamite or are you a fan of Fink?
Oh,
Ubojika
he's
gets
out.
taken out. Is it enough though? Is it enough?
5
We are over the
seconds. I don't
15-minute
know.
mark.
It's going to be clutch.
We are over the 15-minute mark. Who won? I don't know.
Yep.
Oh.
I think they might have just pulled that one off.
Here's the thing though, I don't know exactly the rules. Because they got eliminated. They got eliminated before, and so I'm not exactly sure who won that one.
We'll have to wait for the referees.
Right, so I'm going to get information from the referees and we are going to tell it to you in a bit. In the meantime, Tim, give us some reflections over this match.
Here's the thing, I mean, in the start, Think, who is a team that does love having air support, failed to do that. Chippy was the last player remaining against Devil and Tunarovsky. Couldn't keep that air support going. He got shot down. Think had the advantage in the beginning. They had both Charlie and Alpha, but it was that, support from Peekaboo and the Tigery that was on Bravo across the actual lake that simply couldn't get... They couldn't, survive there because one tank and the other one flanking around, they didn't have enough support. And yeah, it does in fact look like the first win went to Think.
Indeed, Fink squad won by points. Very well done there. That was clutch. That was really clutch. 5 seconds early, they might have lost that.
Yep.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in, welcome to Thunder League Playoffs. We are on day, I don't even know, we've been streaming since the 23rd, so should be day 4, should be day 5, but anyways, these are the playoffs. We are currently watching some elimination battles. This battle is between Dynamite and Fink, and both of these teams have lost once before, which means one of these teams is going to pack their bags and go home today. Whoever loses of these teams is going to get kicked out of the playoffs and not going to get a chance to even get to the semifinals here. This is tense, and this first battle was amazing. Dynamite on the home ground, on Poland, they are very strong. Well, they are a Polish team, so they are very strong on Poland. It's pretty much a home turf, but Fink managed to clutch it by just seconds. By just seconds, they managed to clutch it and win by points. That was exciting. Gotta say, for a first battle of today, that was very, very exciting.
Yep, two very balanced teams, and it all went down to the time of the tickets. Now, Think just chose Eastern Europe, which is an interesting tactic. Never seen them pick Eastern Europe before, and I smell GOF tactics for some odd reason.
GOF tactics might be... we'll have to see. The thing is, GOF... GOF... I mean, GOF won against Fink. Here's the thing, though. They won against Fink. GOF is the reason that Fink is in the loser bracket and facing off against Dynamite right now. But at the same time, GOF lost against... who did they lose to? I think they lost against Dislike yesterday by 3-0. Which was bad. That was a steamroll. And they lost in Eastern Europe as well. Here's the thing, these teams do tend to have their favorite maps. Dynamite definitely prefers Poland. GOF prefers Eastern Europe. We have Arcade that loves maps such as Berlin, for example. Fink's Squadron, interestingly, doesn't have a particular preferable map.
I'd say jungle in recent events, although The fact they're not choosing jungle here against Dynamite, which is one thing I would predict they would do, interesting choice.
Now, as we load in for Eastern Europe, someone from the chat has actually asked us about our opinions on the recent announced BR changes. Now, Tim, I do know you have some opinions about the BR changes of, for example, the Warthunder 229 to 8.0. It's going to be rising from 7.0 to 8.0, and as such can face top tier jets. But at the same time, I've heard some rumors that it's due to the Warthunder 229's performance in RB combined battles, because
Yep.
remember those HVAPs? Those are deadly.
Yeah, I had a match on, I believe it was on the new map on, Köln, at the Cologne. That was actually the same match I was joined by Tunarovsky and my team, and what happened was I was in the Warthunder 229, I got around about 10 kills without landing in the Warthunder 229 against tanks, player-based tanks. So that's where the actual plane received an up tier, and I think both F80 and the Warthunder 229 deserved an up tier. The problem again is with 8.0, they're going to be seeing 9.0 top tier jets, so 7.7 would have done the job just fine.
Indeed, indeed. At the same time, though, I'm really glad that finally the top tier tanks like the TNM are getting to 8.0 again, because now I can finally play my King Tigers again. It was kind of frustrating, I gotta say. Playing King Tigers against T10Ms and stuff like that, it was hard. It was hard, but finally we can play them now. So hopefully this was what you would like us to hear. Now, getting back to the battle, classical loadouts again. Dynamite with 3 aircraft, Think with 3 aircraft. Same loadout pretty much, although Dynamite do have one more rocket pods on their BF-19 G6. And Copshot is in trouble here, he's getting shot at by Tunarovsky. Skillfully evading though, very skillfully evading. Look at this beauty, look at this beauty. Some flaps just went off there, Tunarovsky trying to go with the shots here, Copshotter narrowly evades. Oh, Tunarovsky is back at it again, he is not going to overshoot. Copshot goes in a vertical maneuver here, almost about to stall.
Going on.
Oh, this is just beautiful. This is exactly what I like to hear. In the meantime, oh, Devil took out Dart Anion. That's one last aircraft for Think Squadron. Oh, and Copshot managed it. Copshot is
did
behind
in fact
Tunarovsky
take a T-44 out as well, so still 1-1.
Oh, Copshot trying to go with some long-range shots against Tunarovsky. Tunarovsky still trying to evade here. Now, Chippy is also running away. Chippy is in trouble. LA7 versus LA7. He has Devil behind him. It seems like he's turning in to support his teammate here. Can he take out Tunarovsky in this fast pass?
Doesn't look like he's going for him.
Oh no, it seems like Copshot is actually getting Devil off his tail. Yes, indeed. Misses the shots, but at least Chippy has some breathing room now. This is very good. I gotta say, these pilots from Think Squadron, they are playing very well together. Even though they are only 2 against 3 aircraft from Dynamite, they know how to play as a team.
Jimmy Joe's just crashed.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like Zerval Colossus is going with another round of giveaways. So congratulations to all of the winners. Tell us in the chat what you won. Unless you won an RBT5, because then I'm going to hunt you down and... I'm going to turn all Arnie on you.
Yeah, put that RBT down.
Put the RBT in the hangar. Okay, that was a terrible accent, sorry about that. Anyways, tell us what you won, and if you do want to win yourself, all you have to do is go to Warthunder.pro, go to the Streams tab, and be logged in with your in-game account. You can pause the stream, you can go back to Twitch, you can go back to your game, you can go back to studies if you have exams right now. Whatever floats your boat, but be logged in and have a chance at receiving some amazing prizes.
Now, Dynamite has been eliminated with the air presence. That leaves Chippy and Chops alive. They're going to be going back to base to get some rockets on or respawn into tanks. And in the center of the city, Campbell just got killed, and Charlie is now being decapped in favor of Think. And they got a double cap going on.
It is not looking good for Dynamite, though. They lost a lot of players here. Look at the scoreboards. Think it's only 2 deaths. Dynamite, each of the players has already died once. We're only 4 minutes into the game, and they are close to being eliminated completely here.
That's going to be a huge problem.
Now, someone in the chat asks what news we have on the Thunder League division. Ah, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to participate in the Thunder League and want to play yourself in the next season of Thunder League, it is very easy, because Gaijin has announced a couple of days ago some, well, interesting stuff. Firstly, you can now get your squadron together and play in automated squadron battle tournaments to get yourself a name. Now, the best players, the best teams are going to get selected for a group stages and qualifiers. The best teams of those are then going to go to playoffs, and the first place of the playoffs is going to automatically guarantee their position in the next season of Thunder League, and the second place of the playoffs is going to face off against the 9th place of the first division in the group stages. So if your team can then win against the 9th place of the first division, you're also going to get into playoffs. And if you lose, well, let's try again next time.
Now on the ground, Ubuita just died to artillery strike on Charlie. That means it's now open for capture for Dynamite. But Dynamite's Peekaboo has been taken out, and that is the first player eliminated from this match.
And
Dynamite's just been pushed back into the
Razor
spawn.
has just been taken out as well. Not looking good here.
I sense the Dynamite effect going to start, but slowly start rolling in here.
Indeed. Now, Dynamite still have the cap advantage, but we're only 5 minutes into the game, and this is not looking good for Dynamite. I gotta be truly honest with you. This is not looking good, especially since things still have their actors in the air now. Of course, the Chippy and the LA7 can't really do much, but Cobb Strut with the rocket pods, he can take out one more player from Dynamite.
Yep, and he's going to be targeting one, probably going for Tenerovsky, Tigery, obviously the bigger, and the slower the target is, the easier it's going to be hit.
That's thing. Tigery is definitely the most important target to get taken out, just because it is heavy tank and it's very hard for your teammates to take him out with your regular guns. But at the same time, he might be going for something like Nervish and Camel SQ, who are now closing into the cap zone.
Yeah, well, the problem is, Cleric is behind their house. As long as he's inside the circle, they can't take it.
True, but they can also always drop artillery on him. We've seen some players get unlucky with artillery. I think there was one game where a team lost just because they got stricken out by 5 artilleries in a row.
Yeah, and there was also a friendly artillery strike that happened. It's Thunder League. Anything's possible.
Friendly fire! Friendly fire!
Yeah, I mean, Dynamite's now down 3 players, and Camel is in a very, very bad spot.
Yes, I'm not really understanding what Dynamite is doing here. I mean, they are down on tanks, and they should know that. They should know that their players cannot do this anymore. But they are being very aggressive still, very aggressive indeed.
I don't know what they're really going for. They're too scattered across the map. They don't have any support going on, and now Chops is coming in with the rockets. Who's he gonna pick? I think he's going for Devil here. Yep, rockets are out, and Devil is out of the match.
It's now all down to Tunorovsky, Jimmy Jazz, and Camel SQ. The only 3 players left alive on Dynamite, and Camel SQ might be the next victim here. He is kind of in a very bad position.
Yep. His turret ring is jammed.
Now
Cambridge
Westbinick is going for some long-range shots against Tunorovsky, and the Tigery takes out his tracks, it seems. Yes, Tunorovsky is now immobilized, and, well, he's going to take some more fire here.
Yeah, Kimmel just got taken out. Tenerovsky is going to be the next target. That leaves Jimmy, and Dynamite is toast. Gotta say, great play from Think, great coordination. It was the start of the match that, the first basically 5 minutes that won on the match. It was as simple as that. Dynamite just didn't have the presence.
That's usually the case with these playoffs. Of course, you can come with an unexpected comeback, but if you don't control the first 3 or 4 minutes of the match, it usually ends up in a defeat for you. Especially in teams like Arcade, for example. If they don't manage to get the air superiority and take out some tanks within the first 3 or 4 minutes, they tend to lose. We've seen this before, and, well, things just played this well from start to finish. Dynamite did not have any chance in this match.
Yeah, Tenerovsky just got molested from the side by Ubojika and Dortraber, and that leaves poor Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy. Gotta say, I'm impressed that he's not giving up. He's in the Ost win after all. Maybe he can still take out his tank. He just, oh, that's an ammo rack. That's an ammo rack. Ammo cook-off. Dynamite is out, and Fink takes the second win.
Now, I mean, it's still all open. Dynamite could come back with 3 wins. That would happen when Think was playing against GOF, where the first 2 matches were great. I think it was actually the second match that was, in fact, on Eastern Europe as well, where Think had a similar match, just completely wiped them, and then they came back. So, if Dynamite can adapt their tactics, pick the right next map, it's still open.
The thing is, Dynamite's the only right map for Dynamite is Poland, and I think I've beaten them on Poland already.
I think they have one more map up their sleeves, and I'm guessing it's going to be Kuban. Yesterday against Arcade, twice we've seen Kuban, and they won every single time, so it is their upper hand. I haven't seen Think play on Kuban yet, so yeah, it could be a double-edged sword.
Well, let's see. We'll have to see indeed. Now, remember, this is a very tense moment. If Dynamite loses one more game, they're out of the playoffs. They're out of the tournament. Now they're still in the top position, so they're still getting to get some share of the prize money. But of course, nothing compared to what the finals winner is going to get, and especially people that that bet on Dynamite are going to be very disappointed with their performance right now because they're not going to get nothing.
Yeah, really, you preferably want to be at least in places 1 and 2.
Preferably, at least even place 3. I think at place 3, the people that bet on you get so. Oh, what? I think it's camos that they get. Not quite sure right now. I'd have to check. You know, this is just so much information to take, and you get very confused very, very, very easily. Now, Dynamite chose Poland.
Interesting. That's bold because they just lost on Poland.
They
It
lost,
was close.
Remember, it was close. It was a clutch loss. So maybe they can do it this time.
Well,
But it seems
if they
like
lose
Fink-
though, then
It seems like Fink Squadron is calling for a 3-minute break. So let's talk a bit to the chat. Hey guys, how are you doing? By the way, if you just tuned in, welcome to Thunder League. Your hosts for your listening pleasure today are the Orange Doom, this sexy Slovenian guy with the ginger hair and lots of spots on his arm right now because he did an allergen test. And myself, your unusually friendly German guy, Mike Goes Boom, with a heavy accent and, well, I can't even speak German anymore. Shy, okay, also, no, that's bad.
Tim16 for the win is saying, I think Dynamite lose. Nice play
I
of names
see
there.
what he did there, I see what he did there.
It's all possible.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you some updates. Let's see. Regarding the E100 tournament, at the moment we have 300 E100s in the game, and there's been a lot of controversy to how the tournament was held. So Gajan has taken your feedback and have done some changes. First off, there's no longer going to be a squad option. You can no longer squad up with your clanmates or your friends to get into the E100 tournament and get an advantage over random teams like that. So it's all you. There's also going to be a exclusive arcade mode PS4 event just for PS4 play so that they can have a fair chance at get the E100 as well. The Calliope has been removed from the US roster, so no more Calliopes in the E100 tournaments. And the last point is, yes, the next couple of tournaments might be run in the new deathmatch mode. If you remember, I think it was at $30,000 in the prize pool milestone. We unlocked the exclusive deathmatch game mode tournament for all dog tag owners, which is essentially just a free-for-all. There are going to be no teams, it's you versus the world. There are going to be aircraft modes and tank modes, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm guessing that for the E100 tournament we are only going to have tanks. So, well, now you can't complain anymore. If you think that your team was the reason you didn't get a E100, there's no excuse now. It's all down to you. I'm excited to see some more E100s in the game. I've only seen one in a random battle so far.
Yeah, me too, about once or twice. They're very rare.
They are only 300 in the game, and at the end of the end of all the tournaments, they're only going to be 700 total. So it's a nice little tank, isn't it?
It's like a baby version of the mouse.
It is a more mobile version, yes. It has the same turret as a mouse, so of course same frontal turret cheek weak spot. You can easily penetrate that. But the side armor is removable. Actually, yes. I did notice if you shoot the side armor often enough, it actually blows off and reveals the weaker main plate of the hull. It is kind of rounded, so you have to watch out where you shoot. The frontal hull is also very angled. Even though it has less armor, it's still very angled and still very hard to penetrate. But overall, it's essentially just a less armored, lighter version of the mouse, which is a tad bit faster. Of course, it's still not a medium tank. It's still going to be very, very slow and very heavy, especially that third rotation speed is going to be absolutely awful. But at least it's not quite as slow as the mouse is. And I gotta say, the thing about the mouse is it's just really too slow. It's a rolling bunker after all. That thing weighs 188 tons. Like, come on. Right, Zerba is asking the teams if they are ready. So hopefully we will be initiating this potentially last match in a bit. If you just tuned in, welcome to Thunder League. You're currently witnessing Dynamite versus Fink, the first matchup of today. Fink is currently leading 2-1, and well, it is a match ball. I think once this last battle, Dynamite is going to be kicked out of this tournament, and Fink is going to advance one more rank and face off against one of the teams that are going to play next, because after this battle we are going to have GOF versus Verve. Now, it's the same thing there. One of those teams is going to get home as well, and the team who wins is going to face off against Fink. Well, I'm not going to say against Fink, but against whoever wins against this battle, which is probably going to be Fink. Let's be honest here. So we might see a rematch between Fink and GOF, especially since GOF is the reason that Fink is in the losers bracket. GOF managed to win against Fink, and they might have a rematch.
Yeah, it could very much happen. Or a rematch of the Thunder Cup finals with the favorites, Verve.
Oh, they don't like Verve.
Yeah, they don't like them at all. They've told that, yeah.
Not that they don't like the teams or the players, don't get me wrong, but they don't like playing against Verve, that's the thing. Because Verve is a very, very strong team.
And they also don't like the arcade spam of aircraft, which is, to be honest, quite hard to deal with.
It is. I mean, the thing about arcade is it is kind of excusable because some of their best tank players switched over to Dislike. Which there's kind of a drama between Dislike and Arcade in that regards. They do not like each other. They really do not like each other, just because of that whole situation with the players switching sides here. So Arcade just kind of got left with their aircraft players, and while they're very good, they aren't really all that great in tanks. So Arcade pretty much just has to resort to aircraft rush tactics. They can't really do it in tanks.
Now, look at the ground we got up. Change of tactic here. Think actually rolling out the T25, and alongside with Cleric, Brest Panicky is going for Bravo.
Finally. That's the thing they missed the most in the last match. I mean, Bravo is such an important flag. If you let the enemy take it, it's going to be very hard for you to take the city. They're completely ignoring C this time. Actually, both teams are completely ignoring C, which is good.
Yep, what's going to find to be a difference is also aircraft, because Dynamite's going with 2 aircraft that have rockets on it. Here comes Jimmy Jazz. Elevator's taken out. He's taking shots at... Oh, Bojika. I don't think that hit that.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like Zerba Claus is going with another round of giveaways. So make sure you're logged into Warthunder.pro on the streams tab. That's all you have to do to take part in these giveaways. How's the shit on the ground looking, Tim?
Well, Uboika is trying to capture a point, being assisted by Joe Traber, but Nirva has driven into the cap circle to stop the progression there.
Ah yes, that's the thing about cap circles. You can have your full team in the cap circle. As long as there is even one single enemy tank in that cap circle, you're not going to cap it. So Fink will have to kill Nervash if they want to take this flag. Oh,
yeah,
bad news
like
for Fink.
Nobody's going for Charlie. Not a single player there.
That's the thing, B and A are the most important flags. If you can hold them both, it's going to be much, much easier for you.
Oh, Nerva's out!
Nice, Il Tartarus goes with a perfect rocket run on Nervash, allowing his team to take the A flag. But at the same time, Fink has lost some foothold on the B flag. The player that was with Best Paniki got taken out. Best Paniki is now the only tank anywhere near the B flag, and he's facing off against a T-44 and a Tiger Reed. Now, whilst the T-25, being an American tank, has a very good gun depression and decent turret armor, it's still only a T-25. It's actually a less armored version of the M26 Pershing, so he cannot risk getting shot at either.
Yeah, it's a good tank, but is he going to be able to hold down against the Tiger Reed and the T-44?
Now, situation on A is still unchanged. Camel's Q hugging this house here, trying to not get barraged. But finally, Fink realizing that the fight for B is kind of hopeless right now, they sent Cleric for the C flag. So they are going to initiate the ticket bleed on Dynamite very, very soon.
Yep, it looks like Dynamite isn't moving towards Charlie. They want that A point and assist with B.
And that's the better tactic, that's the thing. If you can trust one team to know the tactics of Poland, it is Dynamite. This is their home turf after all, they know how to win this map. But Fink is being a thorn in their side right here. By taking
Oh, Best Panic, he just took out Razor. That's a T-44 down from B point.
Oh, that's good, that's good. Now Best Panic is only to worry about the Tiger Reed, which is still a formidable opponent, but Best Panic being a medium tank, he can flank around easily.
Yep.
Now Cleric took the C flag, Dynamite with no one on C, they're going for the full A rush, but here's the thing, it's going to take some time to take the A flag. They will have to wait on... Oh!
Yep. Yeah, that's a turnaround. That was Chippy.
Gabu got taken out.
And that was from the spawn with the T-44 across the map, over the river, the pond, and straight into the tiger.
So much for T-44 not having a sniping gun. Ladies and gentlemen, incredibly, it seems like you dislike... dislike, I'm thinking about dislike too much. Incredibly, it seems like Fink's squadron is going to go with a triple cap here. 5 minutes into the game, this is amazing.
Oh, now, Dortrabber is flanking it around Razor. Nerva, get taken out by Camel, though. This is not looking good for Uboita.
Louise is in trouble. Oh, he got just taken out.
That's 3 tanks on A now.
It's not too bad, though. It's not too bad, because they still have the B flag. They're going to have the B flag very soon. So, having B and having C, they can take the A flag back, as long as they get their tanks into the city soon. And remember,
support.
Fink still have 2 BF-1 G6s in the air with rocket pods, so that's 2 potential precise kills there.
Yeah, but where are they going to go? Are they going to help out Cleric, that's being engaged by Razor and Tanarovsky, or go for Alpha where there's Camel and Devil? That's the question.
Since his teammates are still quite far away, I would personally go for the guys that are currently rushing the C flag, because Cleric all by himself cannot face off against 2 Dynamite tanks.
What is he going to do here?
And Best Beniki can still hold the A flag as well. He is in a good position to cover that.
Ooh, Best Beniki just took out Jimmy Jazz. That means there's no anti-air support for Dynamite, and the plane's going to be coming in.
Alright, let's see. Judge over here is going through the city. We have Kopstrotter in the air, it seems.
Oh, he's going for Tanarovsky. A Tiger is in trouble. Rockets are out, and he
is down. Good precise rocket kill, and that's exactly what Cleric needed now. He only has to face one way against the Razor. Now, Cleric is in the advantage here. He's in the cap circle. He can pretty much just wait it out and wait for Razor to make a mistake and get himself in front of the gun of Cleric. And they're both in the same tank, T-35-85, with exactly the same camo scheme as well.
Peekaboo in the Panzer 470 got taken out by Chippy again from across the map. Look at where he's located, back in the spawn point on that ridgeline. Great sniping from that T-44. Here comes rockets onto Razor, and he blows up. Nicely
done. And Utilitarius barely managed to pull up, but he is still alive, which means he can still go back to base and rearm. And Dynamite is running out. Look at this. Carnage. Dynamite is down. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was instant. That was instant. Camel's now the last guy standing. That still has a respawn, but he's the last player.
I should really get myself one of those buttons that when you press it says, that was easy. Oh, Camel, you poor guy. Not only does he have to face off against the aircraft now, he also has to face off against the tank wall, and Kopstrotter just spawned an SM-79B as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry to say, but it seems like Dynamite is about to be eliminated from the Thunder League. This is sad. Yep. This is just sad to watch. But I gotta say, congratulations to the Fink squadron. That was an amazing display of power. Finally, they have their full force back again, and they're going to go up to the next round and face off against one of the teams that are going to win the next battle between GOF and Verve.
Oh, he came with suiciding.
He is a submarine. A Russian submarine program. What a finish. What a finish. Ladies and gentlemen, Camel is Q going with the dive into the lake on Poland. That was good. That was good. But anyways, yep. Fink takes the 3-0 win against Dynamite. Dynamite has just been eliminated from the tournament. Fink is 1 round up and are going to face off against either GOF or Verve, which is going to be the next battle in roughly 45 minutes. Now, Tim,
just don't go anywhere. Just your seat. We're going to be around in chat for answering your dire questions. But in the meantime, get some food, get some drinks, and we'll continue the show. And yeah, right about 45 minutes.
Now, before we go off just yet, Tim, what do you think about this battle? Did you expect Fink to win quite this? Well, I'm not going to say easily, but quite this dominantly.
I'm really happy that they did this because when they were playing against GOF, I figured, GOF, they've beat them in the playoffs. It was a 3-0 match in the group stage, sorry. So I didn't think it was going to be a problem. And then Joe F came back with that 3-2 game, and I was blown away. And Think they were quite morally destroyed. I spent some time in TeamSpeak chatting to them, and they were stressed out. A lot of confusion, and then they came back. They defeated Poltergeist. Now they've taken care of Dynamite. So Joe F or Verve, whichever's going to win, is gonna have their kind of a hard job.
Oh, by the way, I think today's actually the last chance for you guys that have the golden dog text to change your team vote. So if you voted for Dynamite, it might not be a bad idea to change your vote now, because we are very close to the semifinals. Yes, it seems indeed like yes, Fink is now going to face off against either Verve or GOF. And whoever wins of those teams is then going to face off against the loser between Dislike and Arcade for the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very close to the finals here, so pay close attention to that. Now, we are going to take a break, and we will be back with you in roughly 45 minutes. Sadly, I will go away because it's my time off. But you will be joined by Sean very soon. The next match is going to be commented by Sean and the Orange Doom. So, guys, do stay tuned for GF vs Verve. Don't forget that if you want to take part in the giveaways, you have to be logged in on Warthunder.pro in the streams tab. You can pause the stream, but you have to be logged in. And we will see you in the next match. Michael's Boom out. Stay tuned.
The underdog is crushing the top dog. It's just amazing what these guys can pull off.
He's going for Avro. Clean out from red tank.
So Edgy takes him out.
What a game! What a game! My God! They're attacking. There's every single vehicle of Dislike is moving up. They're assaulting them.
Welcome back to Thunder League.